non-interest bearing accounts. Because those funds is not intended for investments. Okay? In the past, some would invest it. Oh, we earn a little money and the interest we can use for other project. No. Okay? Low interest or non-interest bearing and you cannot invest the funds. Okay. Document retention. Look at this. Document retention. It is expected of us that we maintain what? Detailed reporting. What are these documents that you have to retain? Number one, the qualification documents, MOU. What else? Copies of all documents for disbursements, receipts, you keep that. What else? All documents that would require what? Financial management should be retained. Okay? How about this? Reporting. What happens? What is the intention? That all of the funds should have been used for that purpose. But not all of the time that it is fully used, right? In my instance, in my example, when I was governor, I was not able to complete or to use up all of my district grants. I was not able to complete. Why? Because some clubs did not avail of it. Maybe because they're not interested or they have a partner. Or maybe they say, it's only $350. Okay, so I had additional funds, or I'm left with some funds. What will we do? The district grant fund should be returned to the district's DDF. Roll over. Okay? So for the succeeding year, the incoming governor, DG Eugene, could use it. Rolled over. How about the global grant? It will be returned and credited to the World Fund. Okay? Please take note that the bank statements should be included where? In the final report. Okay? Not only will you make a report, I recall, some presidents before, they're very good at preparing reports without the details, without the bank accounts. Okay? So now you have to submit the bank account statements or the bank statements. Let's move on. This one. Okay? Review, visits, and audits. Okay? As I mentioned to you a while ago, there could be an advance visit. Is that possible? Yes. Or number two, there could be what? An interim visit while it is while you were working on the project. Or there could be what? A post-completion visit. That's the prerogative of RI. Is that for all clubs? No. Is that for every project? No. That could be random. In the past, prior to Future Vision, I recall, if the Rotary Foundation feels that there is some problem, the project is so slow, what's happening to the project, the funds are very big, they visit. But that is after there is already a problem. That's how they do it. But now they realize that they should be able to what? Monitor advance, interim, and post-completion. Okay, visits. And we have what you call in Rotary, volunteered experts, or what you call TRF cadres. Okay, I know that you have very good technical men in Hong Kong, and maybe some of you will be invited. And just to give you an idea, these cadres, as they call it, no, that assist the Rotary Foundation trustees, if the fund to be released by the World Fund from the World Fund is more than $100,000 US, it will have to pass through the technical review of the cadres, and it should be approved by the Board of Trustees. Okay? But those in between 15,000 to not exceeding 100,000, well, it will be a random referral to them if the board thinks that there should be a referral. Okay, now let us look at this. Why do you need a cadre or technical experts? We need technical expertise. The foundation needs technical expertise. The foundation what? Needs to evaluate the project through their assistance. What else? Providing assistance and advice, and scheduling review, visits, and audits. Okay? Next. Oops. If despite all of this, my shouting, despite my shouting and explanation, you do not understand the fundamentals that we discussed for the first session, you go to the portal. Okay? Maybe you will understand it better. Okay? So, this is where you could go. RI website, www.rotary.org, Future Vision, check Future Vision Pilot News, Future Vision e-learning modules, grant terms and conditions, You could also go to Future Vision Pilot Operation Staff, get in touch, or you could go to your chair, DRFC chair, your PDGs, your DGE, of course, when he returns from San Diego, and most especially your district governor. They are around to assist you, and they are very knowledgeable, and they are resources in your district. Next. This is the portal. And for the first session, thank you. We're done with the first session. So, based on our program, we have no break, right? Yes, you have a break because you sit down. But I have no break. My break will be after the second session.
Can we continue? Yes. After having a quick snack, are you ready to sleep? Are you sleepy now? Usually when we take something, right? We would want to have a short nap. But I hope you will not sleep, or I will not hear you snoring. Okay, so in order not to waste time, I will continue because we have 3 more sessions. And we're still on schedule. We will now start with the second session. The second session, I've entitled this with my future vision experience. Okay? My future vision experience. So what you will hear now is first-hand experience. First-hand information on how we did it during my term as a pilot district. That was the first year. You can hear me? I thought you were just waving your hands. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, so I have to eat it closer to my mouth. Okay. Now, just raise your hand if you can hear me. Okay. Now, so you will have a first-hand. I'll be sharing with you my first-hand experience on future vision. I hope that you will have a clearer visual picture of how you can do it. Because sometimes if it's all words, right? It seems I remember, but at the end of the day, when you take lunch, do you remember what he said? Did you remember what he said? That's the question. So we will now have my future vision experience. But of course, in your program, we entitled it Success Stories. It's not really success as in huge success, but to the extent of what we had, the funds that we had during my year of service, which was only a global grant allotment of 35,000 US dollars, to my mind, it's not bad. Okay? It's not bad. So, my future vision experience. Before I start with the actual experiences, let me tell you what I understand is the mission, my mission, or our mission in Rotary, aside from fellowship, would be to do service, right? Service. And when we say selfless service, or seva, a Sanskrit word, is a commonly used term to denote service which is performed without any expectation of result. That's how Rotarians are. Do we expect any result? We give so much of our time, resources, right? But do we expect anything? No. We are just happy, we're just motivated to be able to share and to be able to help or award for person performing it. We do not expect any award or any compensation. Now, let us proceed. This was the year of my service. Let me share this with you. I will share you my year of service and the year after me. How about this year? They're still working on it. So, maybe next year, in some other forum, we will be able to share it with you. Okay, now, look at this. Global grant number 25075. What is this? This is we call it the Philippine Medical Mission. You know, this is very significant. Why? When we first applied for this, we had the problem. What was the problem? RI initially rejected this project. Well, what was the comment of RI? RI said, that is not sustainable. Immediately. Medical mission, that's not sustainable. You visit the community, you leave after 2 days. So that's not sustainable. But we had to work on this. because our foreign partner really wanted to help. How did we make it sustainable? That's the problem. Not only did the foreign partner bring equipment, but they also what? Educated the medical personnel. That is sustainable. Okay? That is why Rotary Foundation accepted it. But if it's purely a medical mission, can be a global grant. Okay? Now, let us look at this. Global Grant 25075, the Philippine Medical Mission. What was the cost? 37,500. Okay? What were the areas of focus? Maternal and child health. As we said, in the guidelines, you have to identify the focus. Second, disease prevention and treatment. And number 3, basic education. What is the status? Paid and closed. Imagine. Okay? On the same year of my service, the funds were disbursed, the medical mission was concluded, conducted, and the report was submitted. Beautiful. On that same year. Now, you might be, at the end of the day, you might just remember the picture. No, I don't want you to remember just the picture. I would want you to remember how we did it. Look at this. Here. It was a club-to-club global grant. So who touched base with who? My local club, the Rotary Club of Cavite, worked with the Rotary Club of Louisiana. Okay? So they contacted. And I saw all of the exchange of communications by email. You know, it is not just like one email communication. There were a lot. In fact, I printed it. It was as thick as these exchanges. Of course. And take note, the total cost, as I mentioned, let us see the matching of the World Fund. When I was governor, we got from the DDF 3,000, okay, which was matched by the World Fund funds, 6,000, right? 100%. The district in the US, 60-60, they raised DDF of 4,500. Can you see this? Okay. And it was matched 100% times 2 becomes 9,000. Okay? With this, you have already what? 15,000. Right? 15,000. Now, cash contribution. Look at this. The district has a separate cash contribution. Different from the DDF. But considering it is a cash contribution of the district, okay, it was not matched 100%. It was only matched 50%. So you had a total of 22,350. You will notice something here. Did Rotary Club of Louisiana raise its club funds? Check it out. There was none, right? There was none. It was all the district, DDF, and cash contribution. In fact, I recall, I met the DGE then. He was looking for me during the seminar, the training of the DGEs. He said, who is the district governor from the Philippines? We're working. Who's the district governor? That's how it is. DG, usually don't be surprised. People are looking, who's from the Philippines? Who's from Hong Kong? I want to work with you. They will say that. I want to work with you. Okay, so they looked for me. And then they said, imagine this. My club in the Philippines contributed only how much? $100. And we were able to bring a project as big as 37,500. My DDF was only 3,000 plus the 100 matched. We were able to raise 37,500. You know, this is a big, not really a big difference, but this, let me compare this with the matching grant. In the matching grant system, originally, my Rotary Club in Cavite should raise an equivalent amount. If it's 3,000, Louisiana would raise 3,000, right? And it will be matched by Rotary Foundation. Today, you don't need that. Okay? Very good. Okay. So we were able to raise 37. My next one is this one. Water. You know, you would know that I have at least 2 or 3 water projects because we need that in poor communities in the Philippines. Okay? That is filtered. Okay? filtered water. Let's look at this. This is global grant number 25167. Okay? Providing clean drinking water and providing clean comfort room for Dasmariñas high school children. This is in Cavite. What is the amount? 31,300. Look at this. Areas of focus, water and sanitation. And second one is disease prevention. Status, paid and closed. Okay? Let us look at how we did it. How did we compute? The proponent host club in Manila is RC Manila Metro. This is a club-to-club initiated project, global grant. And the other one, the other club in Japan is Kawaguchi East. Okay? Total cost is 31,000. How much from my DDF did I share? 4,775. 100% matched, 9,550. District 2770, DDF 9,000, 100% matched, 18,000. Easily you have 27,500, but still lacking or misses the 31,300. Cash contribution, Kawaguchi East, $2,000. Manila Metro, my club, how much? My club in my district, the club in my district is how much? Only $400, right? And matched 50%, 600. And another club, take note, other clubs can participate, even if they are not partners. Metro Dasmariñas, they participated by only giving $100 US. It became 150 to total to 31,300. Okay? You see where the money goes? Okay? That's where the money goes. That's the second. The third one is this. Global grant number 25199. You see the condition of the school? Dilapidated. Okay? But their students are studying there. Kindly take note that you cannot construct, okay, you cannot build on a global grant. But you can renovate, okay? You cannot build, but you can renovate. Now, let us look at this, okay? These are my presidents during my term of service, okay? Global Grant 25199, school renovation at Calabarzon, okay? Amount is 44,696. What were the areas of focus? Basic education, this is very important. Areas of focus, water and sanitation. And then disease prevention and treatment. What is the status? Paid and closed. Okay. Let us look at this. Who were the proponents? Look at it, district to district, not the clubs. It is my district, 3810, and 3650. Okay? The DDF was 5,000, 100% matched 10,000. DDF of 3650 district, 12,000, 100% matched 25, and a total of 35,000 plus. But look at this. My club in my district, a club in my district, Cavite Export Processing Zone, contributed only how much? $100. Okay? And matched 50%, 150. Then, how about the Korean club? Seoul Hanggang, they donated 1,350, matched 50%, 2,025. This is the total. You see how it works? You could easily, can you do it now? You don't want to react? Yes, you could do it. You know, but I will not ask you to make the computation. Don't worry. I will not ask you. Yes.
But the total amount is not 44,000.
I will continue. Sorry. This is, it's good. You are very good mathematicians. I will just like testing you. Okay. Yes, that's it. You see? Okay. You thought you caught me on that, huh? So I knew you were listening. Yes.
But what's the rationale behind the difference in the matching rate between DDF funds and cash donation?
What was the rationale? Okay. The 100% from the DDF, well, this is in order, to my mind, okay, which was not explained, in order also not to deplete, or to use so much the funds of the foundation, but at the same time, to put people or clubs to contribute more and support a particular project. Because now, you're not limited to one club. As you would note, how many clubs? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clubs. How many clubs from Korea? 7. One club in the Philippines donating $100. You're laughing. $100. The other clubs in Korea, 700, 700, 700, 1,350, 700, 500. You see? It's a support of different clubs. Do you want 10 more? You could do it. Okay? That is how they intend to do it. Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got a question. This is a district to district
Yes.
project.
Yes.
Whereas the previous two examples, you say club to club.
Yes, club to club.
But what is the distinction between district to district and club to club? Because you think the participation of the clubs are about the
Okay.
same, and then you are also using
Yes.
substantial amount of DDF.
Yes. Yes. The question of our PDG, Peter Wan, is what is the distinction then? If the clubs could participate and you could get DDF, right? What is the difference? The difference is who will be the prime movers. That's the difference initially. And later on, you will see examples wherein a district or a club will not participate. That's how flexible it goes. We made the distinction of club to club, district to district, to highlight who will be the prime movers. Here, the club is not the prime mover. It will be the district who will be the direct contact. Okay? So, the next one, Global Grant 25208. Another potable water station. Total is 32,391. Areas of focus, water and sanitation, disease prevention and treatment, status, paid and closed. Look at this. Club to clubs also. The proponents are Cavite East, Iwatsuki East, and Omiya East. Again, DDF, my district 3,000, 100% match. 2770, 100% match, 32,000. You see, it's almost there, right? 32,390, 32,090. You're just barely looking at what? 200 plus, right? US dollars. Cavite East, my club in the district, a club in the district, 100. Iwatsuki East, $50. You see that? What? And Omiya East, $50. Now, I would want to highlight this. A cash contribution of a Rotarian should be at least $100. That is why you have Iwatsuki East and Omiya East 50-50, right? Because if it's just Iwatsuki East, cash contribution can be. There should be at least 100, okay, on your end, cash contribution. Now, the next, Global Grant Application 25279. Look at this. This is clean water and sanitation. This will be in Lubang, Mindoro, a province in the Philippines, one of my areas. The amount is 46,500. Before I proceed, I recall the governor of, I think this is Australia, if I'm accurate. I will show you. He was looking for me. He said, who is the governor from District 3810, Philippines? And then he said, we already contacted a club in your, in your district. Huh, really? I don't know. We already contacted and we're exchanging communication. Look at what happened. It's areas of focus, water and sanitation, basic education, and number 3, disease prevention and treatment. Status, paid with final report, but at this time, it has already been closed. Look at this. Lubang Island, RC Brighton Beach in Australia. Look at this. The DDF, our district did not raise anything. Look at that. We did not raise anything. It's all 9,800, 18,000, 100% match, 36. We did not raise anything. This is a club to club. Did I get the DDF? Did they ask me for a DDF? No. They only want me to sign. They didn't ask money from the DDF. 9,800. Total cash contribution, Brighton Beach, 1,000. The Philippine Rotary Club, 3,000. Okay, 3,000. And Melbourne, another 3,000. 50% match, totals to 46,500. Yes. So this is an instance where you see the flexibility of a global grant. Okay? Now, here, the next global grant that we had, 25288. Okay? What is this? Donation of a mobile wheelchair van and power wheelchair to Taiwan. Take note, not to the Philippines, but to Taiwan. You will ask me, why did you proceed with this project when it should have been in the Philippines, right? This club, I will have to explain to you, has a very good relationship with the Taiwan club. In order to maintain goodwill, okay, they had to do it. And besides that club in the Philippines, Manila Metro, modesty aside, is a rich club. Okay, the members could afford it. Okay, so the areas of focus are economic and community development. Only economic and community development. Status, paid and closed. Now, you will ask me, is that sustainable? Okay, wheelchair. But Rotary International looked at they knew that the club there could maintain it. Rotary looked at what? To be able to give employment to those who are physically disabled. Okay, next. Let us look at this. Taiwan, this is how they did it. RC Taiwan, Tayo 1, RC Manila Metro. Total cost, 41,500. Then DDF, 5,000 on our part. Okay? On 3500, 6,000 matched. Total so 22,000. The Filipino Club, 2,500, 50% match. Taiwan County, 10,500, 50% match. Okay? The next is 25 Global Grant 25040, supporting health of needy people. Look at the amount. 143,000. This is still ongoing because it's a very big project. Okay? Supporting the health of needy people in the Philippines. What's the area of focus? Disease prevention and treatment, maternal and child health. Status, implementing. Look at this. No club participation. How much did we allot for our DDF? Only 1,000. Matched 100%. How much did 60-60 allot? Wow. 70,500 to produce 140,000. So this is a district to district. No clubs. Okay, no clubs. Okay, you see that? Okay. Now, that was my term. With 7 matching grants, okay? Now let's look at the succeeding term. They had very good projects also. Computer literacy and training project, 35,907. Have you heard of Tuloy sa Don Bosco? Have you heard of that? I think you've heard. Tuloy sa Don Bosco is an organization that houses street children. It started as a very small institution and now it's very big. It was started in 1995. And now Rotarians from most of the districts are supporting this. And one support action was computer literacy and training project, wherein computers were donated, cost 35,907. What is the area of focus? Education and economic development to prepare the street children. Status, paid. This was Chinatown and RC Hsinchu Northwest. Okay, club to club. DDF from my district, 7,800. DDF from 3,500, 10,000. Total, 35,000. Look at this. There was no cash contribution. There was no cash contribution from where? Okay. From Hsinchu. That's right. The next one, the second one, donation of mobile X-ray, 85,000. This is very much needed in the Philippines. Mobile X-ray, disease prevention, area of focus. Second, economic and community development. Okay. Let's look at this. Manila Metro again. And RC Taoyuan, club to club, Daxing. 85,000.